We're looking at a sail for a sailboat, okay? And they tell us that the unshaded part of the sail, so I'll color code this. This is the unshaded part, right? Is made with material that costs $32 per meter squared. And the shaded part, so this part, is made with material that costs $125 per square meter. So each section costs a different price for the material. We have to find the total cost of the sail. So you need to find the cost of the sail. What would we do first in order to find the cost? What do we have to do first to figure out? We want to know the area. Why do we want to know the area of each part?
To get, like, so you know exactly how much material.
Yeah.
So you can figure out.
Exactly. We need to know, well, how much space is this material covering, right? How many meters squared of material do we need? That way we can find the cost, kind of like what we just did. So there's a couple ways you could do this, and I want you to tell me, how would you find let's start with the unshaded, okay? So we'll start with the unshaded, so the area of the unshaded. What shape is the unshaded part of the sail?
A triangle.
It's a triangle, and we want to know, do we have the dimensions we need to find the area of a triangle?
Yes.
Yeah, so what is the formula for area of a triangle?
Base times height divided by 2.
Good, base times height divided by 2, and you want to check to make sure, okay, I have the base, what is it?
4 meters.
Good, we know that this is the base of this triangle, and what would be the height?
8 meters.
Good, because they tell us that the distance from here, which is this part, to here is 8 meters. And again, how do we know that that's the height?
Because it's perpendicular to the base and it forms a 90-degree angle.
Good. It's perpendicular to the base and it forms a 90-degree angle. So let's plug in the values and I'll let you do that. We know the base is 4 and the height is 8. So we're going to do 4 times 8 divided by 2. Good, so we know that 4 times 8 is 32, divided by 2 equals 32 divided by 2 is 16, so the area of the unshaded part is 16 meters squared. Excellent. Okay, so now for the shaded part, there's a couple ways you could do this. I want you to tell me, what would you do to find the area of the shaded part, which is this part here? So you've recognized that this shape is a trapezoid because it's a 4-sided shape and it has 2 opposite sides that are parallel, right? Now, do we have enough information to use a formula for area of a trapezoid? Do we have all the information that we need? Okay, so what is the formula?
A plus B
Good.
times height divided by 2.
Good. And again, we know that A and B are the 2 parallel sides, so which one do you want to label as A?
Top one.
Okay, so 4 is A, and then the side parallel to that is B. And we do know the height because, once again, the height has to be perpendicular to the base and form a 90-degree angle. So, yes, we can use formula for area of a trapezoid. Another way you could have done this, and I've seen this done this way before, is you could have found the total area of the large triangle because we have the dimensions of the height, and then we could have taken that area and done what with it? To find the shaded part, we could have taken the area of this large triangle and subtracted the area of the smaller triangle, and what would be left over would be the shaded part. So that's also another way you could have done this, but doing the area of the trapezoid is actually faster because you only need to calculate one area, one formula. Okay, so let's plug it in. A, we said, was 4 plus B, which is 6, multiplied by the height, which is 4. All of that divided by 2, and we need to follow BEDMAS. Okay, so 4 plus 6 is 10 multiplied by 4 divided by 2. 10 times 4, good. 40 divided by 2 equals 20 meters squared. So the shaded part is 20 meters and the unshaded part is 16 meters. Now we have to find the cost of the sail. So what are we going to do now to find the price, how much it costs?
You take the shade.
So because we know that they have different costs, well, we calculated the unshaded part. We know that we need 16 meters squared of material, and each square meter is $32. So like you said, we're going to multiply 16 times 32 to get the cost of just the unshaded part. The unshaded part costs $512. And then what you did was you took the total area of the shaded part, which we found was 20 meters squared, and we multiplied it by the cost for the shaded part, which is $125, and you got $2,500. But the question says find the total cost of the sale. So what would you do to find the total cost?
You would add together the $512 and the $2,500.
Good. So we're going to add the two together because the material is needed for each part, right? And what do we get? When we add them together, we get a total of $3,012, and we've showed all our work and we've answered the question. So there we go.